This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, Otago University student Aidan Barber Ryan is coming to the end of a year-long running journey. We take a sneak peek at the tomorrow's Star Regent Theatre 24-hour book sale. And a Cromwell-based company believes every dog has its day, and their staff can have their pets with them as well. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. Otago University student Aidan Barber Ryan is coming to the end of a year-long running journey today. When the 21-year-old marketing student saw a YouTuber doing a challenge to run every day for a year, he thought it would be a good personal test for himself.
Going out for a jog every day of the year. Aidan Barber Ryan has been running at least 2 kilometres around central Dunedin every day for the past 12 months, no matter what the weather's like. The 21-year-old student's obsession with running started when he saw someone else on YouTube running for a year.
He said he saw himself as an athlete, and I thought I see myself as the same. I've always played sports since a very young age, so I thought I'd test my fitness and see how fit I actually was. I started off with a week, and then 2 weeks, and it turned into a month. And then I thought maybe I could actually turn this into a year myself, and yeah, now here we are 2 days out from actually finishing. His longest run has been over 20 kilometres, the length of a half marathon. He says it's been a real challenge as he doesn't have a running background, but he's been surprised at the therapeutic nature of jogging. I actually don't like running, which is ironic because, yeah, now I've run every day for 363 days. But when I first started it, I didn't like running, but it's actually taught me a lot about discipline, and it's actually turned out to be pretty therapeutic. It was come with stressful exams, lots of other stuff as well, like throughout the year. It's nice to go out, get out outdoors, put my headphones on and just go for a run. It's actually turned out to be quite nice. So far he's run about 1,700 kilometres, and along the way he's raised more than $2,500 towards mental health and suicide awareness. After 70 days I decided that I could help other people out as well with my running, and I started to raise money for a charity in Dunedin called Life Matters. And I thought I'd raise money for mental health because exercise and mental health go sort of hand in hand. Barber Ryan is unsure if he wants to stop and break the routine or carry on running for a few more months or even a year. In Dunedin, for The South Today.
Major traffic disruptions are on the way for Dunedin road users as repair work is done to pipes under a key central city intersection. The Dunedin City Council is advising urgent repairs to wastewater and stormwater pipes at the intersection of Frederick, George, London and Pitt Streets will begin on June the 17th. Video footage has revealed 2 sections of wastewater and stormwater pipes are cracked and need to be replaced. The pipes were laid 90 years ago. The repairs are expected to take 2 or 3 weeks, depending on the weather and the conditions underground. The work will cause major traffic disruptions, and a few car parks may be taken out to allow for safe traffic management. The annual Star Regent Theatre 24-hour book sale is due to begin at noon tomorrow. The event's in its 39th year, and organisers say it shows no signs of slowing down, providing resources for ravenous readers and bargain seekers alike.
Getting ready for what's still one of the most popular events on the Dunedin calendar. The 39th annual Star Regent Theatre 24-hour book sale is set to get underway tomorrow, with 2,500 boxes of books up for grabs.
We're just finishing setting up for the 39th annual 24-hour Regent book sale.
Cunningham says the sale is still a real Dunedin icon. Some people rang the organisers the day after last year's sale asking for this year's date, and it attracts people from all over the country looking to find a book bargain.
As you can see, huge number of beautiful books. All the books you can see here are just $1, so cheapest books in town, raising money so that we can continue to develop the theatre.
The sale also attracts collectors looking for books which are out of print, particularly in the science fiction genre. The majority of the books are fiction, but this year there's also a good range of titles about architecture. Now all organisers need is a steady stream of customers over the 24 hours.
So please come along and buy some books from noon Friday right through the night to noon Saturday.
Local professional and amateur musical acts will also be performing throughout the event in Dunedin, the South today.
Organisers of the Brass Monkey Rally event say next year's 40th edition may be the last, with the lack of new blood coming through. About 950 patrons attended the Central Otago Rally over the weekend, down on years where more than 2,000 people have taken part. Committee member John Willems says the turnout this year is disappointing and they'll be lucky to break even. He says they've got a really good team, but some of them are getting a bit tired. The introduction of additional vendors and a fireworks display are some of the features organisers are considering for the 40th rally next year. Dog owners at a Cromwell-based company have been unable to spend as much time with their pets as they like. But now the Central Otago winemaking company Vinpro Limited is encouraging workers to take their dogs to work.
A great place for dogs to spend the day while their masters work long hours in the nearby winemaking factory. Cromwell's Vinpro has created a fenced-off area for workers' pets. And it's decked out with plastic clamshells for water drinking and swimming, shade sails and lots of toys.
So this enclosure got built in February and it was in preparation for our harvest for this year. A lot of our winery crew have dogs and they work really long hours, so the 70 to 80 hour mark during the week, which means that they can't take their dogs for a walk or spend much time with them. So this meant that they could bring them to work and they could spend their lunch breaks or come and chill out, have lunch here or take them for walks.
McGregor says the love of dogs is popular amongst their workers.
A lot of the workers that are here that don't have dogs generally want dogs but are unable to have them for various reasons.
At the moment, about 5 dogs are spending most working days in the place, with another 3 dogs coming in a few days a week. Both owners, as well as other workers, are getting to spend their work breaks with the pets.
They come for cuddles, they come for de-stressing and just a wee bit of a time out before they have to go back to work, so it's really nice.
While the dogs are allowed on site, they're not permitted to go into the winery or bottling sections, nor the warehouse or storage areas for health and safety reasons. In Cromwell, for the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today. Dunedin police are concerned 2 recent tobacco thefts could be related, and a coastal gallery, Canterbury Gallery, is becoming a hub for the New Brighton community. So see you after the break.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
It's on again, the Regent Theatre 24-hour book sale starting noon 7th of June. Don't miss out.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
At Green Island Medical Centre, we are committed in caring for our future and present generations. We know as a young person, coming to the doctors can be quite daunting. Our highly skilled doctors and nurses will make your experience one where you will leave with a smile. Your health is very important to us.
The season has changed, and at Alec Campbell Menswear, in our 3 stores, Cromwell, South Dunedin and Mosgiel, we have it covered. Check out these jackets. They'll keep you warm and dry and stylish. Of course, we're known for our fashion shirts, but in the winter we do have our lovely warm shirts. Look at them all. And we're known for our great range of winter knitwear too. Don't forget our stretch moleskins, 6 colours.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
We'll keep you warm and dry and looking just great.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects, from the rare to the recent. And where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Step into Shop on Carroll and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
Every Kiwi deserves a reliable garage door. Rely on Garrador to protect your important stuff. Just like Darren. His Garrador keeps his favourite ride in mint condition. We have a huge range at affordable prices. Visit our website for a free consultation. We stand behind every door.
Welcome back. $10,000 worth of tobacco has been taken in an early morning smash and grab in Port Chalmers, the second such incident in Dunedin this week. Police believe the burglary of the Four Square supermarket may be linked to the break-in at a BP petrol station in Mornington on Tuesday. Police say the burglaries are a reminder for shopkeepers to be vigilant and keep an eye out for anyone casing their tobacco cabinets. The Dunedin CIB is reviewing CCTV footage from the latest smash and grab as their investigation into the BP burglary continues. Christchurch's Brighton Gallery is more than just an art gallery, being also a place for people to meet and help each other. Run by its members, the gallery offers space to community groups and runs art classes for both children and adults.
We're a community gallery, we support locals, we support diversity, ethnic groups, from disability to the elderly to youth.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do?
It's different to a normal gallery because normally if you take a painting into a gallery, it's judged. Here we don't judge them. We'll accept anyone's painting, because who are we to judge art? It's in the eye of the beholder.
The colors of that rainbow, so pretty in the sky.
I teach art here. I've got a class here on a Thursday morning. I enjoy teaching. I didn't realise I would until I started, but just seeing the way people can grow and learn to express themselves and create something that's beautiful.
I had been very ill and had lost my husband, and I saw this advert in the Pegasus Post. They were opening a gallery and would you like to exhibit? I think I sold 2 straight away, which was absolutely wonderful. But it's so exciting when you sell a painting, isn't it, Jane? Because you think, hey, somebody really likes my work. It's so exciting.
Just lovely to see them growing when once they get the paintbrush in their hands and they get lost in it, and then they can just express themselves, and yeah, it's very healing.
You look around all these paintings, I mean, we're all just locals. None of us are professionals. We just like painting and we bring it for people to enjoy. They can come in and have a look. And you need places like this to keep a city alive. It'd get pretty boring just looking at blooming shoe shops and clothes shops all day.
Here's a lie, certain kind of lie.
I'm quite a new member of the gallery. I came about 8 months ago. I just walked in through the door. Everybody was really friendly, and that's just been the most consistent thing about this gallery. I use a lot of these little sprayers in my work, and that's how I get this speckling and patterns on the pictures, is by spraying over them. And so I came in here and I started putting pictures in here for sale. I sold a couple, and then I said, oh, well, maybe I would be able to teach, and everyone said, oh, yes, of course you can teach. We'll all help you learn to teach, you know, you can do that. This is some of the things my students have been doing. Okay, so you start off with all these texture boards and you do lots of layers, and after you've done all your layers and stencils, you might end up with something like this.
Initially, we always had all our funding from the community board. We had the 9,000 this year for rent as our normal Strengthening Communities funding. It wasn't enough, so we had to apply for discretionary funding, and our funds got down to $70. And so we have to have help now. It's a horrible situation to be in when you've been pretty independent all through these years. It's hard, and we're having to look elsewhere to other funding organisations. We applied to Rata Foundation, and they've given us $6,000. So the immediate crisis is over. So we can breathe again. We were getting pretty desperate, I have to admit. It was an awful situation to be in, one that we've never had to cope with before. Even with the discretionary funding at $4,000 and the $6,000, that's only $10,000, and we need to come up with $16,000 just for rent. We do get money from the artists. They do pay a $30 a year membership fee, and we get commission from sales, but it's only 20%, so that doesn't cover our costs, unfortunately, anymore. But we're quite optimistic because I feel that we just play such an important part in the community here that it's something that people won't want to see go.
What a wonderful world.
After the break on the South Today, we catch up with the latest instalment of Rugby Chat ahead of this weekend's club rugby matches and have a look at the weather heading into the weekend, so stay with us.
On again, the Regent Theatre 24-hour book sale starting noon 7th of June. Don't miss out.
Most of us have spots on our skin. That's quite normal. Finding skin cancer as early as possible is key to successful treatment. Book in for a free check of 1 to 2 moles or a comprehensive full body check with the Mole Doctor in Waverley.
At the Hard to Find Bookshop, we sell quality books on all subjects from the rare to the recent, and where viable, we will come to you. We have a great reputation for integrity and honesty, so if you're downsizing or sorting an estate and have books to sell, contact us.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole Map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Step into Ross Cafe, located at Ross Home in North East Valley. We have a great range of hot and cold food, friendly service and a warm atmosphere that you are sure to enjoy. We look forward to serving you soon at Ross Cafe.
The Green Island Medical Centre offers everything for your family's needs. Whether you are travelling or coming in to discuss health symptoms, our medical staff provide the best of care. We offer Manage My Health, making booking an appointment or requesting a repeat prescription a breeze. We welcome families like yours. Give us a call today, phone 03 488 2754.
season has changed, and at Alec Campbell Menswear, in our 3 stores, Cromwell, South Dunedin and Mosgiel, we have it covered. Check out these jackets. They'll keep you warm and dry and stylish. Of course, we're known for our fashion shirts, but in the winter we do have our lovely warm shirts. Look at them all. And we're known for our great range of winter knitwear too. Don't forget our stretch moleskins, 6 colours.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
We'll keep you warm and dry and looking just great.
Autumn is here and it's too late to sow seed. But don't despair, Ready Lawn is the answer to all your garden woes. Call Ready Lawn today on 027 22 88 190.
If you're suffering from sciatica, lower back pain, hips and pelvis and knees, this technique will work wonders for you. The energy flow is transmitting through the muscles. Come and see Sunny Chin.
Ricky here from Beds R Us Dunedin, your local sleep specialists. Come in and try our huge touchscreen sleep selector, taking the hard work out of choosing the right bed for you. See you here.
Bowel cancer is the second highest cause of cancer death in New Zealand.
And New Zealand's got a higher rate of bowel cancer than many other Western countries.
Because it's one of those areas of the body that we don't talk about often enough.
It is one of those silent killers almost, that if it strikes and if you develop symptoms, sometimes it's too late.
So it's a major issue.
Thanks for staying with us. A woman who lied about finding a needle in a strawberry is set to spend 5 months on home detention. 29-year-old Jadine Temperley has been sentenced in the Timaru District Court this morning after previously pleading guilty to charges of making a false complaint and causing loss by deception. The false accusation cost Pak'nSave Timaru over $3,500 in losses. It came after a string of incidents involving needles in fruit, including a needle found inside a strawberry purchased at a Fresh Choice supermarket in Geraldine last November. Round 12 of Dunedin Premier Club Rugby is poised to be a tight one, with a logjam in the middle of the points table. On this week's Rugby Chat, Paul Dwyer discusses the matchups with Dunedin's George Witana and Teague McElroy.
So boys, let's just talk about the games and we'll go through these. T, we'll get an opinion from them both. Uni versus AU.
Uni are going well. You'd say on form they're probably the team to win there.
George, Uni. This is a good game, Harbour and GI. Now I understand it's a big day out at Harbour this weekend. There is a little bird telling me that this could be Harley T-Pole's 100th game after playing there for 47 years. He's only played 2 games a year. But this could be 100 games, so that'll be a big event for Harbour, I'd imagine, out there. But I'll write about that on Friday. So Harbour, GI, what are you thinking?
Probably have to go with Harbour, the tough team to stop, especially when they've got their tails up, and I'm sure they'll come out firing.
We're picking 2 teams of the road. I'm not looking good, am I? So what about yourself, George? Harbour, GI?
I'm going to back Harley here. Yeah,
go with
I
Harley.
think they'll get up for him, yeah. I hope they do.
Righto, so boys, you guys have got to travel all the way out to the Alva pit at Peter Johnson, and so what are you going to do against Torrey?
Dunedin 12-0, I think.
It's 13 plus for you? Yeah, 13 Outstanding. Plus. What about you, George?
Yeah, I think just... we'll give them a good run, I'd say, and we'll blow out towards the end.
Right.
Put 12 on them.
12 on them. And probably the other big game of the round, which possibly hard to know, both these teams lost last week, or yes, they did. So Kaikoura and Southern.
Yeah, I think Kaikoura will probably bounce back and get a good win.
And you?
I'm going to go Southern.
Picking Southern to beat them?
Yeah, I think that outside bet, that 3 for
the Mackenzie
Southern.
factor?
Yeah, I think he'll just get his
up.
dancing shoes on. Yeah.
Righto, well there it is in those games. Yeah, look, Uni will be too good for Alhambra Union. Harbour will be too strong for Green Island. Torrey will beat Dunedin, but none of us on this panel are picking them. I'm picking Dunedin to have a miracle. It'll be like an epiphany. It'll be like Christ rising on the 3rd day on Easter Sunday. We'll come back and beat Torrey. And Kaikoura Southern, yeah, look, I agree. I think Kaikoura are too strong. And we'll be back with you again next week.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South today. Otago University student Aidan Barber Ryan is coming to the end of a running journey where he's run every day for a year. We take a sneak peek at the Star Regent 24-hour book sale, which begins lunchtime tomorrow. And a Central Otago company is encouraging workers to bring their dogs to work as staff work 70-hour days. And now look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Craig Page. What have you got for us?
Good evening. Yeah, we've got one of those I wish it was me stories from Hokitika. We've got local man Craig Douglas, who was out with a metal detector during Queen's birthday weekend and stumbled across what's believed to be the biggest gold nugget seen by local buyers in about 40 years. Thought it was an old piece of rock on a riverbed. It was actually a 6.25 ounce nugget, valued at up to $25,000. It's already been snapped up by a Canterbury buyer, but they're surprisingly not saying what it's worth or what they've sold it for anyway, but not a bad way to spend a weekend.
Fantastic.
We've got a story about fears of accommodation oversupply in Queenstown, and news today of Sky City's plans to build a 16 million five-star hotel in Frankton Road, but it's already something like 3,000 rooms under construction or consented or going through the consent process up there at the moment, and a lot of developers are concerned that there's going to be an oversupply. I guess the good news, we might actually get some accommodation we can afford up there if there's too much around.
Wonderful.
And just quickly, Highlanders as well. Luke Whitelock playing his 100th Super Rugby game tomorrow, 50th for the Highlanders, so big night for him. We wish him the best.
Great. So there's something for everyone in tomorrow's ODT. Thank you, Craig.
Thank you.
And now it's time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Starting with today's Southern View, a time-lapse of this afternoon's southerly front hitting Dunedin. Looking at the situation, another few days of strong cold southwesterlies with snowy showers on higher ground and gales on the coast. Starting off at the northwest of the South Island, Greymouth and Westport can expect cloudy skies with 12-degree highs. Across to the northeast, Nelson and Blenheim are also set for a few clouds, but slightly warmer than the west side on 14 degrees. In Canterbury, a few clouds and 11 degrees in Kaikoura, a few splashes of rain in 10 in Christchurch, and Ashburton is expecting a cloud or two with a high of 11 degrees. Looking at the southern towns, strong southwesterlies and showers. The Catlins, Balclutha, Lumsden and Gore can all expect a chilly 7 degrees. Travelling westward to the Central Lakes, tomorrow is set to feature gusty southwesterlies and mostly fine weather. Alexandra is the warmest with 6 degrees, Queenstown, Wanaka and Te Anau are due for highs of 5 degrees, and Te Anau is also likely to have wintry showers. Looking to the northern towns on the coast, Oamaru and Timaru are in for fresh southwesterlies and mostly cloudy skies, 10 degrees for Oamaru and 9 for Timaru. Amarama and Twizel are set for gusty southwesterlies, mostly fine conditions and 6 degrees. In Dunedin tonight, showers with gusty southwesterlies with an overnight low of 5. Early showers clear tomorrow, leaving a cloudy cold day with southwesterlies which become stronger at night, looking at a high of 10 and a low of 4. Showers clear during Saturday with strong gusty cold southwesterlies reaching gale force. So batten down the hatches and tie down the trampolines, aiming for a high of 8 and a low of 5. Heading to Invercargill, showers tonight with strong southwesterlies with an overnight low of 5 degrees. Cloudy and cold tomorrow, a high of 8 and a low of 4. Frequent squally hail showers on Saturday with very cold gale force winds, looking at a high of 7 and a low of 4. And that's all for our news this Thursday. Have a great evening. Catch you tomorrow. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.